Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about successful English learning methods for 2026. Maybe you've just started studying English on January 1st, and your ultimate goal is to be able to speak English, but some of you guys get stuck on what to do or think about what's the best way to study English. And I was exactly in the same situation. I personally started studying English when I was 20 years old, just like you guys. I had no basic skills and no idea how to study, but I found 4 most effective and fast way to get English skill. In this video, I'm going to break down these 4 important concepts, and if you fully understand them, your English journey will be fun and smooth. So the first thing that you have to work on is to master basic phrases. Many people start by going to the bookstore and picking up a book, but few people can actually sit down and stay focused for months. Most people buy a book and read the first 3 pages, end up putting it away on the shelf, and you don't want to be doing the same thing every year. You know, the most important thing about learning a language is consistency. If you're not consistent, no matter how good the methods are, you're never gonna make it. And actually, you don't have to grind through all those grammar and vocabulary books, which are pretty boring. Instead, you can start off with basic phrases like, how's it going? How are you doing? I'm good. I'm doing well. And what do you like to do on your day off? Do you like Japan? What do you like about Japan? Something like this. Almost all conversations start with these greetings, and some phrases are already set. So just master the sentences that are actually useful in a real conversation. I made the same mistake when I started studying English. I went to the library and picked up 1 vocabulary book and read it for 2 months because I thought I lacked vocabulary and I thought vocabulary is all that mattered. But it ended up being for nothing. I couldn't even say a word when I was in a conversation. And you don't need much grammar for greetings and short conversation. You don't really use all these vocabulary in those books anyway. And to learn basic phrases, you don't have to spend the money on books. If you check social media, there are tons of videos teaching them. So go on social media and search for basic English phrases so you can do it on your own for free. Okay, so the next thing you should do is to practice sentence structures. After learning basic greeting phrases, the next thing that you're gonna do is to learn how to make sentences with the structure. And now you might be thinking, wait, should I not learn grammar yet? But no, don't rush. Don't worry about it. Many people think that I want to make longer sentences or I want to speak like a native. And there are also so many English teachers who says that studying grammar is the very first thing that you should do. But it's actually dangerous to start that way because you'll end up going back to your book and get bored and leave forever. Instead, you should make a very easy sentence by your action. For example, I wake up. I have breakfast. This is an apple. This is a pen. Something like this. Maybe you're not realizing, but you are using bunke with that structures. You are using bunke. So almost every English sentence follow these basic structures. You'd be surprised, but if you master these, you'll be able to handle 70% of everyday English conversation. I'll give you an example. 私が昨日買った卵は美味しくない. How do you say this in English? You know, this is kind of hard, right? You can't instantly think about the sentence in English. So you can make this sentence with 関係代名詞 if you are at a certain level. But if you're a beginner, you don't have to make a sentence with 関係代名詞. So 私は昨日卵を買った. So I bought eggs yesterday. それらは美味しくない. They are not good. That's it. So these 2 sentences have SVO structure and SVC structure. I bought eggs yesterday. 私は買った何を eggs を SVO, right? And それらは美味しくなかった. They are not good. They are not good. So they is S, R is V, not good. Good means C. Right? So SVO, SVC, this is very simple. It might look like a complicated sentence at first glance, but it's actually not. If you understand the structure and basic junior high school English, you can totally handle it. The most dangerous approach is to try to tackle things like 家庭法 or 関係代名詞, something like that right at the beginning. It can take you 6 months to fully understand it. But if you start with a simple method, you will naturally understand advanced grammar much more easily because you are following a step-by-step process. Many people skip basics because they seem too easy, but don't underestimate them. This is the most important step to level up your English. So the next thing you should do is start talking to yourself in English. I'm convinced that the reason why so many Japanese people can't speak English is that they're spending too much time reading books and filling in blanks in textbook. if you want to actually be able to speak English, you need way more output than you might think. So keep in mind that you need to repeat a phrase at least 30 to 50 times to say it naturally. I can't speak English when I'm talking about a topic for the first time. I can only handle general conversations because I had an opportunity to talk about those topics hundreds of times, and it's all about getting used to it. But you might be thinking, I don't have a chance to talk to native speakers. I might have to take online English classes. But don't worry, you can do it by yourself, and it's completely for free. Just talk to yourself in English while you're commuting, driving, or doing the dishes. Your mouth is free, right? You can talk about the plans for the day, or what's your plan for the weekends, stuff like that. There's so many things to talk about, and if you think it's hard, you can just say whatever you see in your eyes. Like if you see a cup, you can say, oh, this is a cup. If you see a plastic bottle, you can say, this is a plastic bottle. You can just start with a small process, but the only important thing is to output. You speak it out so many times. And finally, once you can speak naturally using basic sentences, you start adding a little more detail to them. For example, when you say, I had breakfast, you add a little sentence more. I had a breakfast, it was good. I tried sunny side up today, and that was my first time to do that. I usually make scrambled eggs, so it was a nice change. Something like this. This is how spice things up a little bit. You start explaining why and how behind your action. Like, why did you do that? And what's behind it? And what did you think about? Like, how did you feel? As you break down those actions, you come across new expressions. At first, it might be difficult because this is your first time and it's challenging. I told you, it's all about getting used to it. The reason why I recommend this is because you're way more likely to use these phrases in real life. If you just memorize random phrases from textbooks, you probably won't ever use it again. And honestly, that's a waste of time. So once you reach this step 4 level, your English level is solid. Don't forget to go out and talk to native speakers. Don't just stay in your bubble, okay? Put yourself out there, because knowing about the new perspective from different types of people around the world is the real value of speaking English. So that's all for today. I hope you find this video helpful and valuable. And also, I'm giving away free English tutorial video that shows you from zero to be fluent, so you can know exactly what you have to do from zero to be fluent. And also, I'm giving away a video that shows you how to master listening, and you can exactly know how to understand native English speakers perfectly. If you want these videos, just go to the description and click the link below, and I'll send it to you for free. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.